What is the most shocking thing a family member has ever demanded from you that you still can't believe happened? My husband Dean and I announced that we were expecting a baby. During my parents' anniversary party, the entire backyard erupted in applause. My dad got so emotional that he cried. My mom covered her mouth in surprise. But then, I heard a glass break behind me. My older sister Naomi had dropped her champagne glass. She wasn't smiling. She was looking at me like I had stolen something from her. You're pregnant? She asked. Yes, 9 weeks. And you announced it here tonight? At mom and dad's party? I thought she was just shocked. I was wrong. She stepped closer, curious. I've been trying to get pregnant for 3 years. 3 years. And you just show up with your little miracle while I'm still taking ovulation tests. Every morning, my mom tried to step in. Naomi, sweetheart. No, she did this on purpose. She knows everything I've been through. Then she looked at me with a hatred I had never seen before. Get rid of it. The entire backyard went silent. Excuse me? You heard me. Get an abortion. Wait until I get pregnant first. I'm the oldest. I deserve to have a baby before you. Then she walked away. We all thought it was just an emotional outburst. A reaction caused by pain. We never imagined she was serious. 3 days later, at 6 in the morning, Dean opened the door. Naomi was standing there, holding a huge folder full of papers. She had researched abortion clinics, addresses, prices, procedures. I highlighted the ones with the best reviews. She said as she walked in without permission, the Fifth Avenue clinic can see you Friday. Dean told her to leave. She refused. She sat on our couch. I am not moving until you agree to get an abortion. Dean eventually had to physically remove her. She screamed that I was ruining her life. But the worst part came later. Naomi gathered the entire family and literally prepared a presentation. She brought charts, timelines, an email from her fertility doctor, even screenshots of a ChatGPT conversation that supposedly supported her argument. She claimed getting pregnant before her was selfish. She presented her case like she was standing in front of a judge. When she finished, my uncle Victor, who is a family lawyer, simply said, "There is no legal framework where you can force someone to end a pregnancy." Naomi started crying. "If you continue supporting her, you're dead to me." Everyone just stared at her. Then my 7-year-old cousin shouted from the hallway, "Relax, girl." It was so unexpected that nobody knew how to react. Naomi looked around. Everyone was staring at her like she had lost her mind. "I will never speak to any of you again if you let her have her." She didn't finish the sentence. She sat on the couch crying, hugging herself, and almost everyone pointed toward the door. At the same time, finally, she lifted her head. Her mascara was running. This isn't over." She stormed out. She slammed the door so hard that the picture of my pregnancy test fell and shattered. 6 months passed without hearing anything from her, not even at my baby shower. There were around 30 people at my mom's house. I was 8 months pregnant. Then the doorbell rang. My mom opened it. Naomi walked in. She was wearing a tight dress that clearly showed a pregnant belly, and she had a sash across her chest. "Future mom." The entire room went silent. "Surprise," she announced with a smile. She spun around. "I'll give birth in 10 weeks. She walked over to hug me, and while hugging me, she whispered in my ear, "I don't care what I have to do. You are not giving birth before me. I mean it." Then she grabbed a cupcake and walked away. Everyone was too confused to react. For the next few weeks, I lived in fear. I thought Naomi might show up and hurt my baby. Dean checked the locks 3 times every night. I even called the police, asking if there was anything they could do. 5 weeks later, at 2 in the morning, I got a call from my mom. She was crying so hard, she could barely speak. "Come now, it's Naomi." I rushed over. I expected to see Naomi there, but she wasn't. Neither was my dad. I found my mom sitting on the floor, crying against the wall. What happened? It took her several minutes to explain. Naomi had been rushed to the hospital. It turned out she had been taking black market medication for days to induce labor. She wanted to deliver early, but the medication wasn't working fast enough. So she found someone, a woman she met in a Facebook group, who claimed to be a midwife in Guatemala. Naomi paid her $500 to perform an emergency C-section in her apartment. She was only 30 weeks pregnant. The fake midwife used a box cutter that she sterilized with vodka.